morning, my dear students. Welcome to Chemistry Digital class. As we are doing our coordination compound chapter, so last day we did valence bond theory, and hope so you understood how to calculate the valence bond theory. Although there are some advantages of valence bond theory, that valence bond theory is giving the information about the bonding structure, geometry, and its hybridization. But side by side, there are some limitation of valence bond theory. So let's discuss the first limitation of valence bond theory. This theory doesn't distinguish between weak and strong ligands, not giving information about weak and strong ligand. It doesn't give quantitative number interpretation of magnetic data or thermodynamic. It fails to explain relative energies of different shapes also. Yes, so it doesn't explain the color, which is very important. It doesn't explain the color. Okay, only valence bond theory is telling us about paramagnetic is colored and diamagnetic is colorless, but which color, that is, it is not defined. So even in a special spectral property of coordination compound also not explained. It failed to predict tetrahedral and square planar structure of complex. Okay, and it is based on the number of assumption also. So when these are the limitations of valence bond theory, the one new theory has introduced. That theory is giving solution of all these drawbacks, that is called crystal field theory. Okay, H. Bath and Ben Black in 1930 has introduced this theory, whereas L. Orgel in 1952 has given more satisfied information about the theory. What are the main points of crystal field theory? As word is there, crystal, it is the basic crystal of complex compound, where we will talk about the different type of color, why the crystals are colored, why the crystal having different geometry. These all questions we are going to give the answer, find the answer of with the help of crystal field theory. So there are generally 4 points that we need to take care. First point is that when any, as you know that in complex compound, the compound are from D block elements. So if I'll say all the metals of D block, then it is free. Free mean without ligand, without formation. Like if I'll take Fe, cobalt, copper, nickel, chromium, zinc. If I'll talk about these, all the free metal ion of d orbital are having same energy which is called degenerated orbital. बिना जनरेट हुए ऑर्बिटल है ये. It's dx by dyz dzx dx square by square dz square are the 5 orbitals of d block which have almost same energy until some ligands will not attach in it. Okay, so this is the basic shape. Dxy, it means that between x and y will be the lobe. Dyz, it means that between y and z will be the lobe. Dzx means between z and x there will be the lobe. And dx square y square, in on the dx square y square the lobe is there. Dz square, whereas only toward z square is there. Whereas second main point is there in the presence of ligand. When there is no, in the absence of ligand, it is having same energy. But when in the presence of ligands, for example, suppose if I take example of copper CN6. If suppose this is the compound, if this is a complex compound, so it means that ligand has attached to copper. So when ligand is not there, copper have degeneration, same energy. But the moment Cn will attach to copper, 6 ligand will attach to copper, somewhere this degeneration of d orbital gets split out. ये जो same energy है ये split होगी, कुछ इससे ऊपर जाएगी, कुछ इससे नीचे जाएगी. Higher and in two set with the higher and lower energy. These two set are T2G, where dxy, dyz, dzx will fall in T2G, and Eg will fall dx square, y square and dz square. As I have drawn here, dxy, dyz, dz square will fall in T2G, whereas dx square, y square and dz square will fall on Eg group. Okay, so now when there is a splitting, the conversion of 5 degenerate d orbital of metal ion into 2 different set of the orbital having different energy, which is in the presence of electric field of ligand, which is called crystal field splitting. So because of these two splitting, the theory is called crystal field splitting. Okay, and now the splitting of d orbital is responsible for the color formation of the complex. This splitting of d orbital is responsible for the color formation of the complex. So let's understand the crystal field theory. Student, as you know that there are two type of structure we are studying as we studied in valence bond theory, octahedral and tetrahedral. Octahedral mean octa mean 6. It means that all those formula where there is formula of 6 is there, like chromium 6 is there. So all those formula where 6 ligands are attached is called octahedral, whereas tetra mean 4. So all those orbitals, all those formulas which is if I will say CN4, 4 type of formula is under tetrahedral, and 6 type formula is under, there can be FeCl4 also, this is big ligand. So this type of 4 type of ligands will be under tetrahedral, 6 type of ligand will be under octahedral. Okay, now what is the story? When the d orbital is simple or in the ground state, that time there is degeneration, there is no splitting. As the moment the energy will increase, it will start splitting into two. As the ligand will approach toward metal, okay, as the ligand will approach, let's understand the mechanism. In case of octahedral, suppose for example this is the equation, and this metal, central metal is chromium, and this ligand is NH3. When the metal is alone, that time there is degeneration, same energy is there, but as slowly that ligand is approaching toward metal, NH3 will approach toward chromium and going to attach with chromium. Then in case of what is happening, then splitting is occurring, and the splitting will be in octahedral like this way: dx square y square dz square is up, dxy dyz dz square is down. It means that Eg is up and 2Eg is down. Okay, T2G is down. Whereas the this is the normal range, and you can see now Eg is gaining some energy and T2G is losing some energy. When Eg is gaining energy, it is 3 upon 5, whereas Eg T2G will fall down at 2 upon 5 in 2/5. Okay, so this is a basic mechanism of octahedral. Similar way, the tetrahedral, there is only minor differences there. It is, everything is same. The difference is what? In case of octahedral, Eg is up, T2G is down. Whereas in case of tetrahedral, T2G is up and Eg is down. It means that T2G will increase the energy and Eg will decrease the energy. Okay, so mechanism is same. Everything is same. When metal is alone, when Fe is alone, Cn is not there, that time it is having same energy. When Cn will approach toward F, ligand will approach toward metal, what will happen then? The splitting will start, and splitting is dxy dyz dzx up, dx square y square dz square is down. Eg will lose the energy and T2G will increase the energy in case of tetrahedral, whereas opposite vice versa is there in octahedral. Okay, so like this way we can see the generation, and this, because of this splitting, the color going to be changed in the complex. But there are some limitations of CFT. First we talk about the advantage. Although CFT will explain color, magnetic property and effect of weak and strong field ligand, which was the limitation of valence bond theory, but there are some limitation. First limitation is, as ligand are point charge, so anionic ligands should exert greatest splitting, but we found that anionic ligands are found the low end of the spectroscopic. Second, CFT treat the metal ligand bond as purely ionic. According to CFT, the metal ligand bond is purely ionic, but it doesn't take into account of the covalent character of bonding between ligand and central metal. Okay, these are the two limitations. Now with this, crystal field theory is over. Last topic, that is the importance of coordination compound. First importance we will take toward catalyst. It is behave like a catalyst, and catalyst will act two things in medicine and in photography. Catalysts are used in black and white photography. In medicine, it is used to treat the cancer therapy, as complex agent used to remove the metal poison, whereas EDTA used to remove the treatment of lead poisoning also. Second is calcium 2 positive, magnesium 2 positive ions, which form stable complex with EDTA and used to remove the hardness of H2O, that is estimated by simple titration with sodium EDTA. Third is, it is used in quantitatively scheme of analysis. Fourth, it is used for extraction of metals such as gold and silver from earth crust. And fifth and most important is biological importance, where it is used in chloroform, hemoglobin and vitamin B12. Sometimes question is coming, which metal ion is there in chlorophyll? Magnesium 2 positive is the chlorophyll, which is responsible for the green pigment of plant in green pigment of plant, which is due to the complex of magnesium 2 positive. Whereas hemoglobin is a red pigment of hemoglobin of blood due to the complex of iron 2 positive. There is vitamin B12, where chemically it is cyanocobalamin is pernicious anemia. It will protect the anemic disease, that is due to the cobalt 3 positive. So question is coming, which metal is present in vitamin B12, cobalt 3 positive, which metal is present in hemoglobin Fe2 positive, metal present in chlorophyll Mg2 positive. So dear student, with this the chapter is finished. Hope so you understood whatever I taught in this video. Thanks for listening me patiently, and watch this video 2 times 3 times definitely, and just revise once again the crystal field theory. Do practice it. If some problem you are facing, you can call me. Okay, so till my next video, thank you very much once again. But one thing that I want to appeal, now I have seen that some of the students, they are not making their own videos with the in the student reflection program, and not watching even my video from YouTube channel. So please watch the video through YouTube channel, comment, give the compliment, or write your doubts, so that I will prepare some videos related to that. Okay, and prepare your 2 minutes or 3 minutes video on the same topic. So thank you, have a nice day. Thank you. So this is all about, my dears. One more video I will share related to this. Hope so you understood. It is very simple topic related to this. I will share the notes also, so please study that notes, watch the video full, and keep enjoying these digital classes. Thank you, have a nice day.